HMS Duke of York was a King George V class battleship of the Royal Navy, laid down in May 1977. The ship was constructed by John Brown and Company by Clydebank, Scotland, and commissioned into the Royal Navy on November 4, 1941, subsequently seeing combat service during the Second World War. In mid-December 1941, Duke of York transported Prime Minister Winston Churchill to the United States to meet President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The journey through the seas were rough even for the North Atlantic. Churchill wrote to his wife, being in the ship in such weather as this is like being in a prison. With the extra chance of being drowned, between March and September 1942, Duke of York was involved with convoy escort duties, including a flagship of the heavy covering force of convoy PQ-17, but in October she was dispatched to Gibraltar, where she became a flagship of Force H. In October 1942, Duke of York was involved in an Allied invasion of North Africa, but saw little action as her role only required her to protect the accompanying aircraft carriers. Duke of York stopped the Portuguese vessel Gil Ames on November 1, 1942, and the commando arrested Castillo de Freitas Barras. The British had picked up radio traffic indicating naval espionage, possibly compromising the secrecy of the upcoming Operation Torch. After Operation Torch, Duke of York was involved in Operation Camera and Governor, which were diversionary operations designed to draw the Germans' attention away from Operation Husky, the invasion of Sicily. On October 4th, Duke of York operated with her sister ship Ensign in covering a force of Allied cruisers and destroyers and the American carrier Ranger during Operation Leader, which raided German shipping off Norway. The attack sank 4 merchant ships and badly damaged a further 7. On December 26, 1943, Duke of York was part of a task force which encountered the German battleship Scharnhorst off the North Cape of Norway. During the engagement that followed, Scharnhorst hit Duke of York twice with little effect, but was herself hit by several of Duke of York's 14-inch shells, silencing one of her turrets and hitting a boiler room. After temporarily escaping from Duke of York's heavy fire, Scharnhorst was struck several times by torpedoes, allowing Duke of York to again open fire, contributing to the eventual sinking of Scharnhorst after a running action lasting 10.5 hours. In 1945, Duke of York was assigned to the British Pacific Fleet as its flagship, but suffered mechanical problems in Malta, which prevented her arriving in time to see any action before Japan surrendered. After the war, Duke of York remained active until she was laid up in November 1951. She was eventually scrapped in 1957.